Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my office where we're gonna take a look at some updates, see what we've done, talk about anything fish related. Here we have the fun little Pontiac's Gardner Eye blue steel killi fish. I'm gonna do an audio check here, so bear with me. We got some pygmy corridors here inside. See if we can get a look at these. Gonna do a feeding of some baby brine here soon. I'm gonna show you how I separate it. Now, I've been doing the brine shrimp direct uh, eggs. So, um, usually get them from Corey over at Aquarium Co-op. But decided not to this time. Got them on Aquabid. And as you may know, the hatch rate isn't as great. So I'm gonna show you guys how I separate my brine shrimp. You guys can see some in there. There's like 18, 15, 20 of them in there. Anyway, let's take a look at the killifish tank here. See if we can get a different approach on there. Let me see if we can see that a little better. My stand here isn't the greatest. So I'm having a little technical difficulties here. Bear with me. So if anyone out there is watching, can you please let me know if the audio sounds okay? So if anyone out there is watching, can you please let me know if the audio sounds okay? So if anyone out there is watching. Es que se oye ahí. Okay. Ve para allá y escúchalo. All right. So I guess it sounds good. We have a live going. I want to show you guys a few things today. One is the progress we've done on the killifish tank here. Let me get this stand. Got a little stand. I'm trying to use a little stand, a little selfie stick type device thing. you know. So see how that works out. Not really sure how to use it too well. So we're gonna keep going. Um, Here we have our frog plecos, L134s. That one seemed to have made that cave his little spot there, his chill spot. Most of them hang out in the cracks here. Got all the shrimp in there, some guppies. A couple other things going on. So let's um let's get started with the brine shrimp here. So this tank looks all messy because I actually just cleaned out the sponge filter and I left a bunch of mold on the floor. But I want to show you guys a change we did to the office here. Now, as soon as I get a second here, I'll show you. That bottom tank used to be over here. And so I changed it up. I switched it up. I put it over here. That bottom one was this one was down there, right? So I changed it. Um and this is just gonna be a super red pleco breeding tank. I got a couple super reds in there that are breeding. Um showing signs of breeding. So hopefully we'll get some eggs soon. And now we actually get to take a look at what our tank used to look like, what our tank looks like. Now, I originally, set this tank up as a planted tank, and I put it in that little corner because I didn't really have any place to really put it, and so it's kind of just been sitting in the back burner over there. But you can see there's a crypt in there. I know there's algae on the wall. The heater won't even stay up. I got to do some trimming. There's another plant back there that's really cool, but I haven't got to. So, yeah. But I'm gonna show you guys how to separate some shrimp. Now, whether you got a 2 liter bottle or you got your brine ship hatcher like I do, whatever works for you, But I got the brine ship hatcher. Um, yeah, we'll get a close up here in a second. All right. So, welcome back. Thank you for joining. I know this is such a small space, um, and I never really done this before, so I'm gonna try to just go through a couple steps I take to separate my brine. Now, first step, this has air going through it. I ran it for over 24 hours, probably 30. I usually do it at like 36, and I'll even leave it running up to like 48. You know, a couple days, few days, as long as there's brine in there, and you know they're still alive, I'll keep it running if I don't need to collect them all, because I don't collect them all at once. I go a little bit at a time, right? I feed them as I need. So I hatch out a bunch, and I only feed them as I need. So that allows me to stretch out the feeding time of baby brine because I only have one setup, right? So if I had more than one setup, I could just go ahead and harvest everything, set the other one up, feed whatever I harvested while the other one is already starting its cycle. But since I don't, I try to just stretch it out. And intermediately, I just feed flakes. I feed pellets, whatever. You know, whatever you're feeding in your fish room, it should work just fine. Um, First thing, you're gonna shut the air off. I shut the air off here first because if you shut it off here, the main line, what's gonna happen is a few eggs that are down there will fall in here, and you'll get nasty eggs that won't leave, and they'll start to rot and mess up everything in there. You know, you want to avoid the rotten the eggs rotting as much as possible or going bad. And what goes bad is the ones that didn't hatch, the shell, um, anyone that may have died for whatever reason, right? So just shut it off here. Now I shut it off here. See? So I shut it off there first, then here, and you could probably get a lamp, little nightstand lamp that you could set up somewhere and point the flashlight here. But what I do is I point it for a little bit, get them all excited, show them that there's light right here, and then we'll come back to that in a second, right? And you guys will see what I mean. I promise you, this is great way to do it, and so, like I was saying, maybe come take a close-up of this tank down here that I want to show you guys. And I'm actually going to get in here. So I also want to show how to do some maintenance on the tank. Now, we got this rotella here growing very nice. We got this little air stone here. Let me, not so little, right? But let me get that out. You can see we got our heater on the floor, and we need to pick it up off the floor. We need to set it up on the wall so that we can watch it turn on and off, make sure that it's working, right? So let me do that. Trying to get this wire kind of like out the way and make it look a little better. It's not gonna look great, got a heater sticking on your tank. Doesn't look so great. So this one right here, come look at this, right? So this is a Java fern plant here. It's got some rotella stuck to it. Beautiful cluster, and I'm just gonna leave it. It's rooted in, and we're actually gonna try and set this into our killi fish tank. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the same tray as our pygmy Cory fry for a little bit. Just give me 1 second. Be right back. Stay right there. And this is my favorite part of the hobby. I grew out these little Java ferns. I put them in here. They were very small. And now that they have produced, they're big. I get to change them and add them in other places, right? So you pay for it once, but it pays for itself, right? Some washer tang, it's great stuff. We got a bunch of it in the killi fish tank already. Throw that back in there. We actually have another java fern back here. See, we can pull that one out. That one's stuck on that. Nope, that one's stuck on this rock. Now look at this rock. It's hard to see, huh? Okay, so that's part of the maintenance. Let's clean the glass. So I got a magic eraser sponge, and I just go in there. Now I haven't cleaned this tank in ever. I don't think ever, right? Because I've had it always in that table stand, and it's always been facing a certain way where I've never had to really clean it. Um, I may need to get like something more sharper, like the blade. I'm afraid to do the blade because I don't like, scratching it or me hurting myself. So I'm just gonna do that, I guess. For now, I gotta figure out another way to scrape that. It's not coming off. It's so easy. Could always get one of those little MagnaFlows, I guess. But can you get a close up of this plant over here? Right there. Just look how nice it looks, right? In this rock also. So this is a rock in itself right here. This is a rock, and all this wasser tang has attached itself to it, right? And the java moss, right? Look at all this java moss coming off of the rock here. So this scape right here in itself, I could take this rock out and just put it somewhere, and it would look gorgeous, right? Now I really want to show you. I know it's gonna make a mess, but I want to show you what I mean. Now you see how that's stuck to that? Look at that java fern stuck to it. Now I may just put this in the killifish tank, just like it is, right? And so this is like months of positioning and leaving, letting nature do its course, right? Do its thing. This is what it looks like, and so we kind of forgot about this tank, and it just has taken over itself. It's doing its own thing. This rotella, I mean, look at this rotella. The rotella looks beautiful, right? It's a little malmy in there, but I'm gonna get in there and do some some gravel vacuuming and stuff like that. I actually cleaned this filter today, so I took it out, washed it away. But you can also see the java moss growing on that sponge, right? So I really like that look. I really appreciate that look of the java moss, because it really makes everything look like it's been there for a long time. But it's also a plant that doesn't take so long for it to actually do its thing, right? Some plants may take a really long time. This is, maybe like 6 months of growth in total, that they just been sitting there, and you could probably cut that off and put it back in the water, and it'll regrow by now, because everything is just attached. The roots, everything's attached to it now, right? Okay, now come back up here to me. And so we're gonna take a break from that tank. Now our brine hatcher. If you can see, there's not much up here left, right? Not much left up here. It's all down in here. Now that outer shell or whatever you see attached to the wall, those are unhatched. Those are bad. They're not good. But you don't want to agitate it so much that's gonna get in the column, and as soon as you start dumping out the brine, all of that stuff is gonna go with it in the water. It's gonna get sucked out too, right? It's gonna come out. So just leave that there, leave it be, and I just my trick is to just get the airline hose, right? Get a little angle on there, cut a little angle, and then just stick it in there as much as you can, and that's good enough for it. It never has falling out for me. But this type of airline also is not like plasticky, it's like rubbery, right? I don't know if you guys can like distinguish what I mean, but this has like more of a rubbery feel as opposed to like a hard plastic slick feel. Okay, so maybe that might matter. Um, but check this out, right? So if I put my flashlight out here, they all go crazy. Like look up here, look how all of these are just going down to where the light is. So they're attracted to the light. So now that we have them here, now we're gonna open this a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Slowly. You don't want to cause too much disturbance there, because then all that stuff starts coming off the wall. So literally very, very slow. Now we can see all our brine falling into our specimen tank holder. Now we'll probably harvest a good portion just because today we're doing a video. But I would probably just stop it right there. You can see that there's not much coming out, right? It's slowing down. So I'll just stop it right there. And what will happen is I can either put the line back in, start my air again, or if you're in your second feeding or third, wait again, put the light up to it again, and the rest of them will go back down, and then you can do the same thing and collect again, right? So this isn't only the first time you can collect. There's still a lot of them in there. See? I don't know if you can see them moving. They move so fast, but they're moving around in there. And so if you were to feed again, you just wait again, right? And then take some more out. But we're actually gonna turn it back on. I'm gonna turn my air on. And not so much air, right? So you see all that stuff? Yeah, you don't want that in your water column. So try not to agitate it so much. When you get eggs that don't have a 98% hatch rate, or 90 whatever percent hatch rate, this is gonna happen every time. So this is what you just have to be careful of. You don't get all this stuff in here. Now you see how much we've separated it. Now you can see some eggs are still in there, but that's why this is our third step, right? So first step is to hatch your brine. Your second step is to try to separate as best as you can, and your third step would be to now separate the bad eggs that have gone in there from the brine. And the way I do that is I've like make this coffee filter. I put this is actually a fry box holder thing hanger that you just put on the side of your tank. I guess you could use a bucket. I use this a lot. So what I'll do is I'll put that on there, squeeze it tight there, right? And I don't have to worry about falling off. Works perfect. And that's what I do. And so for me to separate these, what I do is, like I said, I'll shine the light, and I can see where there's more bad or unopened eggs or unhatched eggs, which I can see them over here. There's a few over here, right? You can see them right there. And when there's a lot, you can see them more, but there's a lot less here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my syringe, and I'm gonna go right here. See all those eggs? All those baby brain? Go right in there. And so I just carefully try to separate them as much as I can. You know, it could be a little difficult. Just try your best. You know, you're not going to get it perfect. Don't expect you to get it perfect. Do what we can. If you're starting to get stressed with the hobby, you know, just kind of like take a step back and um, rethink things and try to keep making it fun for yourself. Not just like if it's a job, then you have to get it perfect every time, or you know, somebody's gonna get mad. You know, you're your own boss here, right? So these guys right here, I'll just add a little bit of water to them and let them relax. Let them just do their thing. They'll separate more. The unhatched eggs, they'll all line up right here. And then so what I'll do is instead of collecting from here, I'll collect from up here, up there, right? I'll start collecting from up here, depending where the light is. They're attracted to the light. All right. So now look at this one right here. See all those eggs right there? So what I'll do is I'll rinse them off. I'll rinse them off some. And now we got our I actually have my watercolors cup, aquarium gallery. It's a fish store, aquarium hobby store located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I actually got that from them when I went and visited them. So I always use that. But what I'll do is I'll just absorb those up and get these in there. Now these been rinsed out. They're clean. They're ready to feed. And that's what we're gonna feed here in a second. Okay. So leave that right there for now. All right. The guppies they always love brine shrimp. So let's feed the guppies. Some more water in there. All right, fill the syringe. Watch this. We go ham. And yes, please forgive my tank. I did try to do some cleaning, but the sponge filter released all the mum. I knew it was gonna happen, but I tried to be careful. We actually got some episogramos breeding in there. It's trying to. There's 3 females and 1 male, but that's all that's in there, right? And so what happens is when they're in the wild and they're breeding, the females protect their caves. They pick a cave, and then they protect the cave, and they guard it. So they never veer far. They never go far away from their cave, because you know they're marking their territory, and they really don't need a lot of space to swim around. Now I got a 60-gallon tank these came out of, so they've been living their life in a nice, wonderful 60-gallon tank, community tank. And you see that's the female right there. You see how colored up she is. She's yellow. She's ready to breed. The brine shrimp always helps with the protein to get their egg production going and helping them release the eggs. And another reason I have 3 females in there is because the male is very aggressive, and if I only put a pair, a male and female, he's gonna most likely kill that female. They're cichlids, and because there's three females, he picks on one and then goes to the other and then goes to the other. So he, the other ones get a little break. See, now the females are coming out to eat. Um, I just moved them over here this morning, so they might be a little, wondering where they're at. Why are they not looking at what they were looking at this morning? There's a lot of neocardinas in there. I tried to pull them out, but they keep popping up and they keep showing up, so I just keep leaving them in there. And I think they live in that cholla wood, and that's why I can't get rid of them from in there. Um, but yeah, I'll do some gravel vacuuming and get this side going, looking a lot better. It's just I'm showing you now um, because these are just some changes we did this morning, and this is this side of the room. But I want to show you guys some other stuff. Come over here with me. Now, give me 1 second. I gotta turn this light on. So if you can, just go ahead and look at the guppy tank for another second or two. Okay, come back, y'all. Now, let's go look at the pygmy fry basket here. Fry. Okay. I want you guys to see how excited they get for the brine shrimp. Their stomachs will start getting orange. They start moving around. There's one right there. I'll get to him. How about we try to feed the killies as well? See if they come out. They're being shy. So there's a female right there. And these are pleco caves, but they're liking the caves. There's a male right there. Sorry. Everybody's being shy today. These are our Java ferns we're gonna put in there eventually. Just gonna float them in here for a day or so. So here we go. Now we got some action here. Anyway, let's let them eat. You can almost see that one already has one in there and already turning orange. They have very small stomachs, very small mouths. Yeah, feed some more of our residents here of the outfish. And here we have this is actually the Frog L134 tank. Um, I got some guppies in there. Do some feeding over here. We show them that. If we get any movement in there. Everybody's being shy today. Feed them there. Gonna give the rummy nose some. These guys love them. Watch this. We got our zebs in there. I don't know if you guys can see, we got a zeb up there in the shelf, one in the cave. Growing out real nice. I can actually see some size on them, some growth. So this tank has definitely done good for us. Change was very, very good, and I think we'll need it. Here we got the L134s. These guys are pretty aggressive, I've seen, as far as eating and um, their just behavior. My super red bristle nose pegos, when they were babies like this, they weren't squabbling yet like that. I see these guys going ham in there sometimes, and I wonder if I should pull them out. But I think it's just natural instinct for them. This is what they do in the wild. So when you see like little puppies starting to play with each other, right? It's not that they're about to kill each other. They're just that's how they practice to defend themselves if they need to one day. So I want you guys to see one more thing before we go here. Come look over here. I want you to look up here. I want you to see what do we have. Look at that. Instantly. So that is actually a Bosemani rainbow fish. And what I was doing was I was pulling the eggs from the spawn mop and throwing them in here to see if they would hatch. And quite a few of them did hatch, but there wasn't enough food in here. I didn't have enough food like paramecium or anything that was small enough for them to eat. But this one did find some food for him to eat, and he survived until I was able to feed him baby brine. And now that he's feeding baby brine, he's growing great. So one day, hopefully, we can add him to our community tank along with his other siblings in there, and make the colony bigger and grow. Now you guys can see all these shrimp coming out of the woodwork, right? So this is some Riley shrimp that I put in here, that I've picked out from our colony of Blue Dreams, and I've tried to get the really pattern where it's transparent in the middle or it's blotched, whatever. Like this one up here, look at that one up, guys. Right? They're being active right now. Look at that. Beautiful. And we do have some really nice females in here too. So don't think that they're just I put some nice females in here too, right? Look at that. There's another female in there, all saddled up. Another female right there. You know, another female right there. You know, there's quite a few females in there. So we should have a good production of this type of pattern in them. And this is just the Java moss. Let's see if we can get the killi fish to come out for you. Doing this video for them. So I would like for them to show themselves a little bit so that we can have a good video to end this with. I think they love these here. Yeah, and you guys see our Blue Dreams are doing great. The colors are great. Some are really dark blue, and some you can tell that are like not the exoskeleton, but the um, shrimp itself, the meat or whatever, the inside. But every now and then we get one like that, you know. We can't be too mad angry at them for having being natural. We're the ones doing the selecting. Okay, so let me see if these guys come out. They seem to be a little picky today. As soon as they smell these, I'm pretty confident they'll try to say hello. They're being shy. That's funny. They're really not shy eaters. I've always been very aggressive feeders. You know, so I never seen this side of them. They could be also full. I've been feeding them all day, so that's probably another reason why. Let's feed the community tank too. How about you guys come over here quickly? Um, we had a little birthday party for her daughter yesterday, so we got her all her stuff up. But I like to put some brine in here too. Let's see what that does. All right, so I'll let the smaller ones eat that. And then check this out. Some of these in here. I love that. Yep. We got some. We kept some guppies here. Look at that male. He's like white tail, right? And look at that one right there. He's like a some type of tiger in there looking type. He even has like pink in it, right? So I call him Starburst. That's Starburst. This other guy, I don't know. He's probably like the Opera Phantom or something. Cause he has black in him too, right? So he's black and white, and it's pretty cool. You can see our Amazon plant has grown really well. Um, our tiger lotus lily, beautiful leaves, beautiful color. Our clown loach is doing great. Our super red bristlenose pleco, this is a female. She's doing great. Like I said, we have our breeder, Apistogramma cockatoides. You know, we have them living in this tank here. So we don't keep them in those 10 gallons. You know, here's one. Show them that one too. See, there's another one right there. And so what I try to do is I try to breed them separately, right? So when those guys are done breeding, I'll pull them out, stick them back in here, um, grow out the fry, and then I'll select one of these. But like this one, I'm not gonna breed because he has some deformities. This guy right here, he's not a super red like the other one. The other one has color on his pelvic fins there, or not his dorsal fins. I'm sorry, his dorsal fins, right? So the other one does. So that's what we're looking at, that color. We're select breeding. I do want to point out this guy right here got hurt. I don't know what happened. My wife says they could be scrapping. He was scrapping with the other rainbow fish and got hurt. Um, if someone has seen this before or knows what that is, let me know in the comments. I'd love to understand what's happening to him. I have no idea what to do. I don't want to start throwing meds in there. The best thing I could do is just kind of put like, good good water in there, quality water. The water changes. But other than that, he's eating fine. He's not acting weird. Um, I think he might have just been like going back in there, back and forth, real aggressive, aggressively, and then got caught up on a decoration inside of somewhere. Tried to swim behind the heater or something, right? Um, Even at nighttime when the lights are out, this could have happened, right? So they can't see where they're going. They're just swimming frantically. Our Pergarami's doing great, also, right? Growing nice, getting fat. Look at our Epistogramma cockatoides, our orange flash, right? So this is Big Papa right now, and we actually bred him in the office, and it was by coincidence. I will not take um, credit for breeding this guy. It was an accident, okay? But he came out and he actually, I bred him before, and he actually made some orange flash fry. So, I'm very happy to have him in our community tank to show the wonders of nature, how they can go from something looking like this, from looking like this to this, right? And then his children, some will be orange flash, and some will be the regular cockatoos. We also have another little clown loach back there. I don't know if you guys could see that one. Like always, our corridoras are doing great. Come look at this clown pleco. It's actually a Pinaculus macus under the filter. It's a clown pleco. Uh, Hard time seeing him. He's there though. Well, come back to the office with me, guys, briefly, so that we can end this live stream. Most of all, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Um, I will be back on Mondays. I will try to do a live stream. I don't promise anything, but we'll try my hardest um, and give you guys updates. Look out for my shorts during the week. That's what I'll do. I'll post up some shorts. Um, so if you want to look for progress on the shorts. Any changes, anything that has happened, any spawns or whatever. I'll post those up there and then do an update on Mondays. And if there's anything you guys want to see in my office, let me know. And I will be sure to read your messages, your comments. If you got my email, you can email me. But until next time, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't liked the video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't subscribe. Maybe share it. Help me get some more subscribers. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for all the new subscribers. And for all the people that have been following me for a while now, thank you too. I appreciate your time. And so I hope to bring better media to you. And until next time, God bless and thank you.